Okay, mate, let's switch it up to Anfield and Liverpool. Very comfortable 3-0 victory against Aston Villa. Szoboszlai goal, a left foot, kind of a slight deflection, but a left foot half volley shot. Then Matty Cash has an own goal where Darwin Núñez probably should score, hits the post, comes off of the defender to go in, and Mo Salah scores on the 55th minute to make it 3-0. Just a very, there's just not a ton. It was so good from Liverpool, so comfortable. Shockingly, I mean, Aston Villa, like, this is kind of different, Rob, where we're getting a good Villa on some days, and we've had a couple of really bad Villas now, where they continue to continue with this high line and this really compact nature of the team. It's really noticeable, Rob, when you see it, on TV from the main camera, where they are so kind of compact, and that must be, but it just leaves all that space in behind the back four. And again, Liverpool were like loving that, just clipping balls over the top, and I don't like it from Villa. It's not working. That's 2 games we've seen it now. Of course, we're at St James's Park where they got bashed 4-1 with balls over the top. I'll continue with that, Rob, with the Villa. What do you? Are they at risk of going back a couple of steps here?
Well, let me try and maybe give some reasoning behind, most of what you say that I agree with. Injuries is a problem to them, Rob. Tyrone Mings. Today, Carlos came off after 19 minutes when they were in a back 3 with wing backs. They ended up going to a back 4 there. I didn't think suited them and helped them. Away to a top 6 team, a bit like Newcastle, who've got pace in the attack. Like you say, that high line might need addressing. I didn't think, I talked before the game of how much I've enjoyed what Unai Emery done, their structure, Rob, their organisation. I watched a bit of video and said they're one of the best teams out possession in the league because they know how to, shut you off, have triggers, win the ball, counter-attack, all that stuff. We saw none of it today, to be honest, mate. None of it. Got outnumbered in midfield, too much pace in the attack. No real threat. Diaby had a couple of moments, but no real threat in the attacking areas, and just really disappointing. I didn't hear from Unai Emery after the game, but I can imagine, knowing how he works and knowing how he prides himself on his organisation and structure, he'd have been really disappointed with that today.
I think they've lost a little spark of energy, Rob. I mean, very disappointing. But I got to say, no fight, no determination. Like it's almost like, we tactically we do this, and but when there was no real reaction to going behind in the game, and they offered my main thought was they offered nothing. Villa today offered nothing at Anfield. Strong side Aston Villa. And Liverpool are still finding their feet with the guys in midfield and that, and a few changes to the front areas and stuff. I just beyond disappointed for Aston Villa. And the fact that it was almost like going through the motions a little bit. This is how we play. Ain't working today. They got in behind. They've scored. Oh, they scored again. Okay, it ain't going to be our day. I just think the Villa fans would have come away from Liverpool there, Rob, and like, wow, we didn't really give anything. We didn't lay a glove. We didn't get a sweat on. We didn't look like we were competitive or wanted to be competitive or get back in the game from being behind. Jurgen Klopp made all the subs, millions of subs in the second half. When you're 3-0 up and it looks comfortable, and other players got minutes, and it was like a blooming friendly game. That always worries me if a game is so comfortable that you can make subs and there's no issue, there's no drama, there's no fear of any kind of comeback from Villa. I just thought they chucked up the white flag, gave up a little bit Villa in the second half, and it
just felt a little bit like the Newcastle game, Rob, though, in some respects. Very similar kind of played out to Liverpool, and they've got to be careful that when they play the better teams, they put up a better fight in things, really.
I just think, like you said about the midfield, Rob, they had no answer to that area.
No.
I'm just looking down at my notes, so I'm just thinking that I wanted to give Trent a bit of a mention. Trent Alexander-Arnold, I thought, had a good game. No,
we were going to do a breakdown on him, and then we had to do the Man United and Arsenal game, but we did a little breakdown, Rob, where it was interesting. Like he's coming into midfield a couple of times. I tell you what happens. Matip goes it right back, and he plays almost from a central defensive role, but given the ball. Played a couple of balls out to Diaz on the left, played a couple of great balls out to Salah on the right, one of which got Salah in for the second goal. It's almost like they're finding finding different ways to get Trent in position where they can get him on the ball.
Yeah, and we know he's got a great passing range, brilliant passing range, but we've often seen that, you know, with the other side of it, juxtaposed, I suppose, if you like, with the defensive side, where there's been issues. There's no defensive drama for Trent today.
No.
I thought a couple of times he worked really hard to do his defensive duties, and then, of course, he had some quality in midfield. So, you know, times we have jumped on him a little bit. I thought today, and Liverpool defensively in general.
I was just going to say, defensively for Liverpool, I wanted to go there. Gomez and Matip. Gomez had a couple of little moments when he slipped once and didn't play a back pass. But I just thought those two, Rob, it's important to get clean sheet. It's important to get real competition in the back line for Liverpool. You know, they've gone away from that, haven't they? That where they're hard to score against, they're hard to play against. And I thought it was a good day. You know, 3 goals at the top end of the pitch and none conceded at the others.
Darwin Nunez, just last mention, Rob. Darwin Nunez, you know, did so well in the last game, scoring 2 goals against Newcastle. A lot of people saying it's a big moment and it's you know, it's a turning point and all that. I mean, he continues. I mean, my thought was played well today, but didn't take his chances.
No goals.
Like, he had
could have had a hat-trick, couldn't he?
Yeah. I mean, would you continue with him, Rob, for a little stretch of running games now, half a dozen games, to see if he can get some?
Maybe a bit like you're saying with Havertz. I think the upside is there. I think his pace and his threat in behind is good. I think his interplay with the likes of Salah and that is improving. I think his game appreciation. I think that the threat over the top, Rob, helps the midfield players because you've got to drop a little deeper than maybe if Gakpo's up there. I don't think Gakpo offers the same raw pace in behind. So, yeah, I'm not sure Jurgen Klopp's the guy who says, right, you've got 6 games, but I would like to see him being given a little run. And not feel like if I have one bad game, I'm out the team. You know, give him 3, 4, 5 games and let's see, you know, can he get 3, 4, 5 goals and all of a sudden be another source of goals for Liverpool? Because if they can get him right, Rob, with Salah, Diaz and Gakpo and this midfield that's being built, it doesn't. It starts to look not bad, you know, by the way.
I know. Ryan Gravenberch is the 21-year-old central midfield player. Was in attendance, I believe, today. He's
got a couple of shots of him.
But I think you're right. If Nunez starts scoring goals, and that spirit starts to come back, and that belief starts to come back, and Jurgen Klopp at the end going to the COP and everything else. I mean, they can be in this. They can be in this thing. But I think they need a regular, other than Salah and the other guys, they need that number 9. To be getting goals. So well done, Liverpool. Look, that's encouraging. That's encouraging for Liverpool fans to see they want their team back fighting at the top of the Premier League to challenge at Man City. Maybe they can do it, Rob. So maybe they can do it this year if they can figure out that midfield and get it really grooved and consistent. The rest of the team, again, the defensive side of it is an important thing for Liverpool. But really good, really easy against Aston Villa.
Hi there, I'm Rebecca Lowe, studio host for NBC's coverage of the Premier League. Don't forget to hit subscribe to watch more videos all season long. And for even more Premier League content, from original series to live matches, head over to Peacock. And be sure to tune in for Premier League mornings every weekend on USA Network and on Peacock. We will see you there.